Hi guys, welcome to the first episode of Ask Appsro. I want to do one of these like every maybe month or 2 months, whatever. But basically I reached out to my fans on Facebook and asked you guys to ask me questions. Because, this is social media times and all that, and I feel like I need to start being more social, talking to you guys. You guys help me make a living doing cheap cartoons. So, I'm completely, fully thankful for that because you've helped my dream come true. So, in doing that, I want you guys to know more about me, know who I am, what I do, get into my personal life, what are my favorite sex positions. I'm kidding, you're not going to learn that. So, I reached out to the fans on the Facebook page, which is the link below. You can join us on Facebook because that's usually where I interact with most people for some reason. I need to do more on YouTube. I know I've been bad about that. But I'm going to go through the Facebook questions and just answer them for you guys. I'm not going to put them up on screen because I'm lazy. I don't want to. But if you guys want to follow along with the questions, just go to the Facebook page below and you'll see them. I'm not going to answer every question because the video will be super long if I do that. So, we'll see. We'll see how many I get to. And I obviously can make more videos. Which, in the comments on this video and back on the Facebook page, keep asking questions. And I will gladly answer them one day in a month or so. First question is from Scotty Del Bridge. Are you gay? Just kidding. Ow! What do you use for animations? This is the question I get asked the most. Personal emails on YouTube, personal emails, messages on Facebook. This is the question that comes up all the time. For my animations, I use Adobe After Effects, which is traditionally not used for 2D animation, and it's not. And what I do isn't really 2D animation. It's more kind of cardboard cutout style, similar to the vein of South Park. But I've gotten really comfortable using Adobe After Effects, and that's what I use for my animation. All my art I do in Photoshop, so I'll draw all my elements in Photoshop, bring them into After Effects, and animate them there. So yeah, After Effects is the program I use for my animation. Thanks, Adobe. You're awesome. Preston Campbell, what sex position Skyrim's favorite? I'm not sure that's a question. Frank Falcone asked, were you commissioned to make the video game Facts About Facts series? What was it like to work on a full season of video game-based shorts? Yes, I was commissioned for that, and I enjoyed working on them. The only problem I felt with those is I was having to pump them out so fast. And I was all by myself on that because the budget on that was super low, so I couldn't really hire extra writers or anything like that. So it was all me. And it kind of shows sometimes because I don't feel like, there's 1 or 2 episodes that I watch now and I'm like, it just didn't turn out as good as I wanted. And usually I'll come up with an idea and I'll have someone beside me to say, hey, that kind of sucks. What if we do this? And then I'll tell that guy, no, that kind of sucks. What if we did this? And the joke and the ideas get better and better. But on this, it was just me going, hey, what about this idea? And then at the end of the week going, oh, that kind of sucks. But still, it turned out fun. I enjoy it. Good times were had. Alex Fury asked, do you write all the jokes yourself or does someone help you? How long does a 2-minute animation usually take to animate? Or your standard length of animate? Okay, yeah, the jokes, some I do write myself on certain series. Others, I will bring in a buddy of mine, like Brian Mahoney or Tony Schnurr or Brent Triplett, any one of our comedy team, and those guys will help me on things. So, it's a mix. Preston Campbell asked, why the hell did the chicken cross the road? I don't know. Takeshi America. That's a great name. Ask, what have you thought of the YouTube community so far? I love it. The YouTube community pays my bills, so I can't knock them too hard. Well, you get your fun comments. People just being dicks or trolling, and you just kind of have to take that with a grain of salt. And then you also do get good constructive criticism. That's my favorite thing about what I do is I make something, I put it out there, and instantly I have feedback on it. And people telling me, well, I like this or I don't like this. What's not to like about that? That's, every creator's dream. So, in this day and age of the internet, it's the best thing ever. Used to, you'd make an animation, you'd have to submit it to a fucking film festival where, 30 people might sit down and watch it, and you had to gauge those 30 people's reactions. And now you can just upload it, see what it does, And I love it. I love the YouTube community. You guys are great. You guys are fantastic. Mark Whitehorn asks, any more Renegade Awesomes to come in the future? Really miss the dad. Haha. I do want to do more Renegade Awesomes. Right now, it's sort of a time thing. Renegade Awesome is... It's not a funded series. I have no funding for it. So I make it in my spare time. And the animation on that doesn't take too long because everything's already sort of set up and ready to go. All it does is take me writing, recording, animating, but that still takes about 2.5 days. So it's either there is the option of just tell my weekends to fuck off and do a Renegade Awesome, which you guys would probably enjoy, but I do have a 3-year-old daughter that I love to spend time with. I don't want to, I work so hard past couple years that I told myself this year I would try to take at least one day off during the weekend just to myself. And so, yeah, if I get time to do more Renegade Awesome, I will. Hopefully I'll get to a point where I can just hire somebody to do the animation, because the animation's not that hard. It could, a good day's work, depending on how long the episode is. But, if I could just write and record and send it to somebody and they animate it, and I pay them for it, that'd be fantastic. But I gotta, right now I'm making just enough to support myself and my family, and my wife works a job too. So, getting to that point where I can hire an extra animator is going to take a little bit more work, but once I do, that'll be great. Yeah, I'll gladly pay somebody to help with that series and bring it back and do one episode a week. That'd be fantastic. But right now it's a time thing. So, paid gigs come first because family comes first. Justin Silverman asks, why are you such a fucking asshole? I don't know, I just am. Yeah, just deal with it, Justin. Justin runs a fun series called Underbelly. Doing pretty good. I think they're about to hit 30,000 subscribers or something like that. It's a video game show. Check them out. I'll put a link below. I'll link these guys. They're good. They're fun. It's just basically 4 guys hanging out doing game stuff. That's all it is. Check them out. Why not? Zachary S. Murray asks, how did you 4, me, Nate, Brian, and Brent meet? And I'm going to include Tony in this because he's also our part of our comedy group. Brent and Nate and Brian were part of a comedy troupe here in town called Hank and Jed, and they made funny little short films. We used to have film festivals here in town, and every time I would go to one of these things, and I think I went to about 3 or 4, I would see the Hank and Jed films, and they always made me laugh. So I was sort of a fan of them before I knew them, which is kind of weird thinking about it now. But I got the chance to meet Brent one day, and he had done a little short called Cornbread Samurai that I thought was great, and I kind of wanted to start animating, and he was, since he had done an animation, I kind of wanted to talk to him. But one day I got to meet Brent, and I reached out to him, and I said, dude, I'm really trying to get into animation. I love you guys' work. I'd like to do something with you. And he said, yeah, sure, why not? And what we came up with was the first episode of Duralius and Associates. The pilot. I think you can find that still at The Escapist. I might put a link below. But the very, very first episode of Duralius, which I watch it now, it just makes me cringe because it doesn't move at all. But that's what we came up with, and obviously Duralius turned into a great series. And I'm gonna go ahead and answer that question. Well, I'll save that question for the next video. I know you guys want to know what's up with Duralius. But yeah, we did that. And that was cool. And then I got the Apocalypse Lane job, and I did that. And talking to the Escapists, we eventually got Duralius, and that kind of brought us all back together. And so, now, those guys are like my brothers. I love every single one of them. Michael Degrapont. I brutalized that one. He says, what are your future plans for a new series? Will there be any more video series like Factual Game Facts about facts? I might have some exciting news that I can't talk about now for contractual reasons, but we're working on a new IP. We're pretty excited about it. We actually have a budget, which is awesome. It won't be on this channel, but it's going to be for a new YouTube channel that I'm excited about. But that's all I can say. That's all I can say. I'm not saying no more. Okay, last question for the day. How do you feel about Newgrounds? I fucking love Newgrounds. I was I've been going to Newgrounds for over a decade now. Kind of, yeah, ever since it started. Always blown away by the creativity of some of the users over there. And, these just kids animating and, creating stuff and putting it up there. And, some of it's good. A lot of it's bad. A lot of it's good, too. I've found inspiration from a lot of animators over there. You know, guys like Egoraptor, whose animation, not only is his animation good, but his writing's good. See, the animation's strange to me because you can get away with having cheap animation as long as it's funny. So, not to jack my own dick off, but I feel like I'm kind of funny. I feel like my animations are good. I mean, I got a good subscriber base. Writing wise, I feel like my stuff's okay. It's decent. But animation wise, my stuff's kind of shit. I am fully aware of that. It is that kind of cardboard cutout style of like South Park. But at the same time, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Because I mean, let's face it, we've all seen movies that are brilliantly animated that suck. A Shark's Tale by DreamWorks. Animation, fantastic. The movie was fucking awful. So, animation, like everything, it's all about the content. If the content's not engaging, if the content's not funny, yeah. So, no one wants to watch it. It just doesn't come off as good. But, like guys like Egoraptor or Max Galardi, a Hot Diggity Demon, those guys have the perfect meld where not only is the animation good, but the writing's good. I mean, that's what we all crave and what we all love to do. And those guys deserve their hundreds of thousands of subscribers because, they put a lot of work into their animation. And me personally, I'd love to get to the point where I can start putting more work into each video. Because right now, I've been kind of like pumping out a video once every week or week and a half. But, we'll see. I mean, that's the dream, and I got to work towards that dream. But, yeah, one day I want to be able to produce some frame-by-frame stuff. I've never done it. I'd love to try. I mean, I've tinkered around with some stuff, but frame-by-frame takes a whole lot longer than what I'm doing now. So, I might be able to, it might take me a month, 2 months to make a cartoon rather than a week. And, I'd love to get to the point where I can spend the time and, just make everything better. But the pay from YouTube or wherever kind of has to be able to support that, because right now it doesn't. Right now it's like if I don't put out a video every week, that check's not going to be as good. Which is it's shitty to say. It really is shitty to say. But you would be surprised how much a fucking baby cost. Okay, that's enough questions for today. Thank you guys. Ask more questions below, and I'm gonna kind of go through. I'll try to go through every one of them. Pick out the ones I haven't answered, pick out the ones I want to answer. And yeah, we'll see. I guess that's it. Goodbye.